Welcome to Onivia Highlights. These are the best highlights of today's LCP 2025 matchup.
That damage with the wall coming up.
Here we go again.
Kai
They
Wing.
find their way once again onto Kai Wing. Aria being looked at though. Honku flashes forward. He's got those soldiers. Aria just out of range. Can Honku dodge? No, he can't, but he should be able to get the auto attack. It's a shutdown as the heal. Gone as well. They're following through, and they all
Oh,
know he doesn't have his Q available to himself, so we'll be going down.
Kaku
Under a lot of pressure, and Junja will claim himself another kill. Harp is going to be able to walk away. Winter's Bite does connect to Guwang, able to get out, but Honku more importantly.
His feet back up and call it a day, really.
The ADC dream. Unfortunately, that's not how the game goes. Junja down in the bot side, Ray could be in a bit of trouble.
Yeah, does have flash available to himself very shortly, or it is up and going to get slowed up, trying to get his way out there with the Q, but Junja's going to be able to find the kill eventually. I guess his flash is only just still down, but...
In terms of accessibility of the Dragon Pit, but on the whole, Voidgrubs has been the priority so far in LCP. Every team just loves those Voidgrubs.
Maybe change a little bit, we'll have to see. Come live patch where Voidgrubs have been nerfed. But Fate, one Voidgrub does go down, Junji able to collect that without using Smite, so still has access to that summoner. Rest maybe take that top, they could here and peel away the Sejuani, that's fine, the knockout. Oh, it's a very nice Chara Crystal arrow that will connect here onto Honku, but no way forward as it's going to be that mystical journey out, but here comes the Glacial Fissure, and down will go Rest, a lot of damage back onto Guwang, but not enough to take him out. Should be able to pick up these Voidgrubs here, at least the one, half very low, does get out as well, as Doggo finds himself at a minute amount of mana. Junja now getting marched down, does have to flash away from these slows out of Kaku, and eventually only Rest will go down. That teams don't value risking their lives to auto-attack for flowers, because I certainly do that a lot. Hold up, this is probably Rest just going down, and yeah. I don't know how Rest was in that position, what caused him to be there, but Aria once...
He's well on his way to that Seraphs. I think that's largely it. He's got so much damage potential, and you only had, you know, the null mantle sitting in Rest's back pocket. Second Drake pick
without the Enchanted Crystal Arrow. But if any ability were to be thrown out by that Hui and not connect onto Rest, then he can just look for an all-out and pretty easily take out that Hui. But Kakun finds the perfect angle, secures his top laner, or his mid laner rather, up in the top lane. That kill there. So 2-0-1 now. Aria sit off the back of some hard work out of Kakun.
1-1 for Feats. It is going to come down to the objectives.
Chakradara, here we go again. And it connects. They find their way once again onto Kai Wing. Aria being looked at though. Honku flashes forward. He's got those soldiers. Aria just out of range. Can Honku dodge? No, he can't, but he should be able to get the auto attack. It's a shutdown as the heal. Not the cupcake. Oh my lord, Honku's going to be able to stroll on out of there. Now Kakun under a lot of pressure, and Junja will claim himself another kill. Harp is going to be able to walk away. Winter's Bite does connect to Guwang, able to get out, but Honku, more importantly, gets the kill. Able to moonwalk out on 1 HP. This tower is not safe to Guwang. This tower is completely dead. Trying to find a way out of here. Gets knocked up, gets knocked back, gets pushed forward, gets queued by Rest, and gets taken out by the same man, and it's going to be CFO now evening up the kills, actually going one ahead. 4-3 is Honku even.
CFO are just primed and ready to demolish any standing that DFM have in the remainder of this game.
Yeah, DFM doing a lot of damage to this mid tower though, not able to find the demolish proc, so it will remain standing for the time being, and all really nice usage of this Tempered Fate. Honku does not have access to the Emperor's Divide. He will very shortly, but does he have a way in there? He does just have the auto attacks from the soldiers for the time being, as the 1-for-1 trade is going to be what happens so far. Ray Faki trying to get Doggo, but unfortunately, with the empowered Varus piercing arrow, he will just be found and taken out. It's a 4v3, but low health bars really across the rift.
Let me see if I just want a 45 forward. Rift Herald is going to be dropped. Teleport's coming in. DFM want to return this fight.
Okay, Kai Wing going in. This could be a little bit dangerous. He's able to get back to his team who are there to support him, and this will be the Rift Herald going down, but importantly, they are able to secure themselves that mid-outer before that does occur. Dragon now looks like it will be the next objective. 2 Dragons found for DFM already. A CFO now positioning to try and get themselves there first and deny Soul Point.
Looks like CFO were hunting for a bit of a bait there. Just hiding behind that mid-river wall. CFO don't really want the drag. I think they just want to fight, just wipe them out and then go for the drag.
China Crystal Arrow lands on a Kai Wing, but a really nice Mercurial or QSS rather, does get him out of that. Ray Farkey now taking a lot of damage from Doggo as we see Rest in the middle of everyone. All Out does come through, and that's going to be Guwon now in the middle of the entire side of CFO. Honku on the side, though, being found by Aria, does flash away. The Spiraling Despair will not have the damage that they need to take him out. Junja with the flash forward. The Glacial Fissure means absolutely nothing. The damage is there, and CFO are following up. It's a double, possibly even triple there, as Doggo comes out supreme, and CFO now claim their glory.
Changes going into the next patch. So again, live it up while you can. It's not going to be around for long. It is changing.
Yeah, it is. I mean, ultimately, it does mean you just have less tempo, which the reason why this dragon is so broken is because...
It was very punishing.
Yeah, for sure. Dragon out. Going to be taken by CFO. They do deny Soul Point and have the Arakan. Let's see what they choose
for League. I think it's still just the 2.
There's 1. It's 1.
1, okay.
Yeah, there you go.
I haven't watched much League, unfortunately.
Okay, answering mid lane. Go ahead.
Our Pacific fans have no idea what we're talking about at the moment. Except, maybe the Japanese, they're big fans of the rugby. So right now, yeah, just the threat of the Arakan is so great. They can't even take a 5v4. Like, it's so brutal, especially with Rest and mid. He can just pivot down to the spot side. They're just going to use this Arakan buff to threaten all the turrets. And look, just maybe even go for a fight under tower.
Yeah, I mean, Chain of Corruption does land. Everyone's going in, and that's enemy tower. It's going to be a really nice Emperor's Divide, but ultimately, can they find a kill? Yes, that's 1. Withdraw 1, 2, 3. Flash forward for Kakun. That's going to be maybe another withdrawal, or maybe he's just going to get absolutely headshot as Rest finds his way in, finds himself 2. Doggo flashes forward, not able to find Aria. The shield there from the CFs is going to be enough for him. And they do get the withdrawal. It was very close to an ace, but ultimately just got the fuel there for DFM to get all 5 withdrawals. Ultimately, gold was just an even trade, but you benefited.
1,000 when patch goes live, it's 100 at the moment.
That's 200.
200. Okay.
It was 200 as of this patch that we're on here, yeah. It was offered through Braum, Ashe, Hui, as well as Sejuani, but then Magic Resist more importantly for the poke that Aria is able to dash out. But talking about poke, you're not going to need it if you just one-shot the Azir. He's trying to get away. There's no more follow-up. A lot of damage does come through from Aria, but his team not able to find a way through that brick wall that is the tanks of CFO, and Rest being one of them here is 1v5, and I think eventually we'll just be going down, looking for the all-out, but it's just a shutdown onto exactly who you'd want it to be there. And Aria, Junja now getting locked down by that Braum, but has the blast cone to get himself out. Kaiwing as well, taking huge amounts of damage. Aria is doing his damnedest.
Meanwhile, in the bot lane, Rest is off just doing his own thing. They will claim themselves the second Ocean Drake, and yeah, unfortunately there's just no recourse for DFM. They've been bullied out of position. They don't have the util they need to try and contest this fight comfortably, and yeah, that could have been.
Did CFO know? Did they see Aria accidentally misclicked his ult and sent it flying towards the Baron Pit when no one was there? If CFO know that, even though Junja just got really heavily chunked, and I believe they do the flash forward, Aria's going to flash on out, but he doesn't have access to that ultimate. It's a nice amount of CC coming through from him, but it's just too little too late. No ultimate on your way because of a misclick is a disaster. Rest not going to be able to find his way forward, but off screen, we do see that Doggo is just taking out Kaku, and it's only Aria and Ray Farkey that are left against all 5 of CFO. They find a lot of damage onto Rest, but it's not enough, not even nearly enough to take him out.
It just feels like a lot of what is happening now can be tied to that overcommitment down on the bot side. You know,
when you do have the Varus, you do have the Azir, and we see Honku now going to be able to push down and look for this inhib. Fight could even break out mid, and it's going to be a very nice Mikhail's blessing rather, to get Aria back out of harm's way. Doggo takes a lot of damage from that way, but once again now Aria did lose his ult to find that damage. Inhib going to go down in the bot lane. Harp's health also going to go down in his Nexus.
I think the only way DFM bring this back is they can somehow draw it out to Elder, and even then, I don't think that's enough time for Kakun to really come online. He's 4k goal behind. You can just see it. CFO, it's a slow bleed out. There's only so much DFM can do.
Looking for Honku, they do find the engage tools onto him, but there's so much peel coming through from Rest. What a great job! And the Shurima Shuffle Emperor's Divide is fantastic as Doggo claiming so many names, and Rest, he's going to go down to Fountain for goodwill, but ultimately CFO, they're able to thwart through, they fight through behind early game, able to But if he's able to navigate that for the early stage of the game, get his Zhonya's online, will all of a sudden be a exceedingly difficult champion to deal with.
I mean, we're not going to see a 30-second camp in lane from Junja. He's not Xin Zhao, won't have that necessarily that kill threat. Kaiwing just going to face tank a bit.
Yeah, should be completely fine. Going to look for a knock-up of his own. There comes the mini Rumble ult as Doggo will use the Valkyrie aggressively. Flash forward here from Kakun as well as Harp, but they don't get the CC. Kaiwing trying to play his range and will be able to do so successfully. And a 1v1 at this stage of the game between Corki Sivir is absolutely no argument. It's always going Corki's way. And just like that, oh my god, there might be another one! The decimating smash! And by god, Bob is your mother's brother. CFO lead 3. They're pretty comfortably on a Spectre's cowl.
Oh dear.
Note of the spell shield doesn't come out just yet, but is going to be able to spell shield that grand entrance. Now Junja taking the tower damage will be able to get on out of there. Will they look for the re-dive? It seems like they will, but Arya's coming up here. He does have access to the command shockwave. Doggo going to get locked down. The shockwave's there. The damage is on to Kaiwing, but Doggo's able to trade one back. The kill traded there to Arya, who now will secure himself a double kill. A nice find there by Arya. Finds the correct roam timing, is able to answer the dive, and if he does want all 3, it's going to have to be a 5v5 fight, and you see that both teams are angling for that. All ultimates are available here, except for the equalizer on the side of DFM, and they are a press R and go comp. It is one smite found. Out comes the Wukong. The clone is going to get engaged on, but as is at least Kaiwing. Still the command shockwave isn't going to find what it needs, and Driver comes in and finds so much more. Arya trying to get away, no flash available, and CFO are taking everything they can. They lose one Voidgrub, but they mop up the fight.
Yeah, again, the situation where they probably overstayed a little bit there. They had the equalizer as well. Like, I mean, everything that could have gone wrong.
Problem to deal with.
Hex tech, experimental hex tech, hex plate rather, picked up.
Lead in the bot lane here for CFO. Doggo on your screen, even looking to pick himself up a tower, but there is 4 people coming down onto him. That is going to be the paranoia. Flash away, gets him out of that fair tether. Now Kaiwing going to have to try and save his AD carry. Going to be able to spell shield away from so much of it, and it is a good follow-up coming out there of DFM as they are able to connect onto Doggo, take him out. Kaiwing going to be next to fall. So much damage and so much follow-up because of that on the hunt, but still tower does go down top. DFM, they're trying to trade though.
Yeah, I mean, opposite sides of the map. He's got his second item built as well. I mean, this sign is having a phenomenal time.
Yeah.
Given that it is about to come off cooldown again anyway, so they didn't really miss it, but it's not a great look for the confidence. DFM, CFO, comfortably in the lead for the moment. Junja's going for Ray.
Yeah, gets the knock up. Ray Farkey going to have to flash away. Kaiwing with the grand entrance is going to be able to connect there. Do they have the damage to take down this Rumble? It looks like they just will. Kaiwing going to get the last hit, make sure he goes down, and CFO can be an option. But honestly, for CFO, it doesn't...
Oof.
I don't see a reason not to just keep charging down these waves. It's very hard for anyone to...
Brutally in favor of CFO, not to mention the fact that... Well, okay.
There we go. That's how the combo should operate, and now Doggo will be just taken out. Walking into mid lane as an AD carry in 2025, you can't be doing that ball on top of him. This is spotted out. There is a ward in the back of that Arakan pit. Harp finds his way onto Hongqiu. It is flashed away from, but that's just another ultimate down, and DFM now not really with the tools to fight. Driver, he sees the last member walk through. Kakun, he's just going to have to hit the Scion. He does eventually get away. It's a nice flash from Arya, but that's going to be at the cost of Ray Farkey as Guwon will make his way out. The equalizer's placed down, and now tension back towards the Arakan that does fully heal. Now, will eventually be picked up by CFO.
I mean, it speaks volumes that Driver just did not care about Kakun. Like, he just could care less about that server, was focused solely on Arya. This is the right call, though, I have to admit, for DFM. Just let them have the Arakan, try and force these towers. You've got the damage output. Unfortunately, Driver is just too much of a focal point.
Yeah.
So they pull off that tower, and the Arakan going down as well. So they get what they can. So with 2 items built, and he's only just starting up a 3rd one, they can barely crack Driver's shield at this point. Yeah, he is just such a unit.
Well, it has to be Kakun, and he's just a server. He's no longer a server. He has been completely one-shot. Guwon trying to get away. There's going to be a 2nd kill going down as Doggo now finds his 5th and 6th of the game. It's a 3v5. Possible end of the game as there is no Baron, but there is also no wave clear really to answer. Arya will be maybe able to help out, but even then, you're probably going to lose
Driver
your
just sits there and
wave.
face tanks 3 tower shots, and again, he only loses his shield and a bit of HP on top of it.
Yeah.
He is just such a unit right now.
10 seconds now until the Sivir does respawn, but CFO aren't going to really need to care about that as they do take the bot lane inhib tower. They're even looking here between the Nexus towers as knockup does land. Arya, a lot of damage coming down onto him, but he does find a 3-man shockwave. Driver will be able to get that one and go back to his base. A second withdraw does come through as this will be a third, now a fourth as well, likely to follow. Again, it is gold now going over to the side of DFM, but all of that for what is Junja trying to turn around, find some damage on Kakun before he eventually
almost
goes back
takes
to
out Kakun.
Yeah.
They are just jungle creeps walking the lane.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it'll take an absolute miracle. Like a 5-man shockwave with Rel and Equalizer on top of it, and maybe they would kill everyone except Driver. Cement themselves a win with this. Baron that has been started up. Kakun going to get chunked out. Chaos Storm actually less than optimal here from Hongq. That's just going to be one ultimate now down for the side of CFO, but still he's just sitting here very aggressively. I imagine he does have that. Zonya's available to himself as Junja. You know, this Baron is going down, and the jungler is in the blue buff. He's looking, he's going. Driver's also going, he's crashed into a wall. Ray Farki now trying to deal with a Wukong as there's a nice shockwave lands on a Kaiwing who has flashed away. Ignite ticking, but will not tick enough. And now it's Harp, it's the Cyclone. Kakun flashes away, but now the Monkey flashes after him, knocks him up again, and dunks him with that Troll Pole. It is going to be a triple kill for Junja. It is going to be a second game win for CFO, and it is going to be them still undefeated in the LCP.
I gotta respect the Driver is full laser focus on the objective. Yeah, you guys bop it up. I got this, don't you worry. Here comes the smack. He's gonna get decimating strike up and boom, yeah, hits that tower for most of its HP. One down, Hongq teleporting in, doesn't need the HP regen. Driver's gonna tank up a few tower shots even. And CFO, I mean, look, there were a couple of moments where it looked like maybe they could have made a bit of a hiccup, but other than that, it was just all CFO all the way. DFM felt like they were barely in that game.
Yeah, absolutely. But ultimately, they do